Hello and welcome back to the grand finals of TakeOver. I'm back again with Jawad J. Jawad,
Hello.
what are we going to expect from this matchup? We have Chicken God versus Wu for our grand final, best of 5. Um,
Um, this is actually a coin toss, I think.
oh
This
really?
is going to be pretty close because there's a lot of potential picks that both of them can do, and each of them can get the upper hand on each other depending on their picks.
Do you
So,
want to go through the bans for this
yeah.
final then?
So, Wu seeing that Chicken God can play Wukong, he bans the Wukong.
Okay.
Chicken God banning the Shaco, and Wu banning the Kha'Zix, and Chicken God hating this champion, banning the Teemo.
Oh, Timo
So
man.
I don't know if you knew about this, but Chicken God actually sent a message to Riot Games about him owning Teemo on his account, and
Right.
Riot Games responded, and they made it so he doesn't own Teemo anymore. I
They
don't know
they
if I've
they
ever seen that
removed.
before, but they removed Teemo from his account.
How is that even possible? Is
It's
that
it's pretty insane. I don't know. It's
so?
it's
He had
probably
that much hate for Timo that right, we're like, okay, if you hate him so much, we'll just
I don't
remove
know
him
about
from
that.
your client.
Yeah, exactly.
That
Like
is some
pretty
absurd
funny.
amount of hate. Let's jump into our actual picks now. So we have Chicken God on the Darius and Wu on the Cassiopeia.
Yeah. So these are pretty strong picks. Cassiopeia with the range, but Darius can easily close you down with the snowball or with the ghost as well, depending on what summoners they went. Cassiopeia is just looking to poke you off, land a Q, and then just poke you off all the minions and the whole wave with her miasma. So
So
it's looking
going,
to be keeping the Cassio is just going to try and keep the Darius away. Is what she's got to do.
yeah, so going into this is melee against range again. So Cassiopeia should technically, on paper, be able to have the advantage just being able to poke him from afar. Um, but what sort of plays can come out from a Darius to try and close that gap and get that kill?
So obviously the snowball is pretty crucial in this, I think, uh, and or the ghost, depending on what you went with. So the ghost could easily be able to run down the Cassiopeia because obviously Cassio doesn't have boots in it, whereas the Darius can because
True.
snakes can't wear boots. Um, but the Darius, obviously, if he goes snowball, easily land the snowball, just get a full rotation out with your melee attacks, and just make the Cassiopeia bleed.
Yeah, and
And
that bleed
that
mechanic
would
can be
be
very fatal. Who do you think
yeah.
has the advantage at level 6? Who has the strongest power spike then? Do you think?
So at level 6, this could be pretty interesting because Cassiopeia, I think it's pretty even. The Cassiopeia could outplay the Darius if he gets close with his ult, but Chicken God to Q, you have to run away because you want to get the outer edge. So you wouldn't land if you're looking at the Cassiopeia, you get stunned. If you're looking away from the Cassiopeia, which is what the Darius would do when he's doing his Q, then you don't get stunned, and it's just a little bit of a slow. So it could be interesting from here.
Yes, very
Chicken God
interesting
getting
indeed. So
Chicken God going straight out, instantly buying his items, decided upon what he wanted beforehand, and he just instantly goes out, hiding in a bush now, waiting for his opponent to get there. We were still waiting, deciding upon the items that he would like to go. He sticks with the Guardian Orb, Cloth Armor, and 3 potions. Chicken God go Guardian's Blade, Longsword, and Health Potion. To me, I think the win condition is either the kills or Reese going straight in onto the Cassiopeia, but because of the miasma and the Q from Wu,
oh, he
it is landing
snowballed
a lot of
back in
damage. The
though.
exhaust, the ignite, and that's the first kill already.
Oh my god,
So
how has he done that?
that is the bleed, the ignite, and the jump in with the snowball. So Chicken God hiding in the bush, waiting for the Cassiopeia to push up to the wave, but the Cassiopeia landing the miasma to stop the Darius from moving around too much and landing a few E's, which gives her a bit of healing. But as
Yeah,
soon as his abilities came back up, Chicken God just jumps back in. He snowballs onto the Cassiopeia, lands his empowered auto attack, and just kills her with the Q.
Yeah, I
Right.
mean, we were talking about that bleed mechanic earlier. It seems like it's just a way of like even faking your opponent out because you don't actually understand how much damage you're gonna take from that bleed coming in, and when those bleed stacks like
So
rack up.
Cassiopeia is pretty strong because she has the sustain. If the minions have the poison on top of them, she can heal using her E. But because it's Darius, he denies all type of healing. Chicken God goes straight back in. The miasma lands.
Oh,
Wu
the
flashes
flash
out. He
away.
jumps in.
Oh, the turret
And
hit.
Chicken God takes the turret hit.
Oh
But expecting
no.
himself to die, Chicken God just stands still, and
Yeah, he might have
so he
actually been able
might
to
have
get
been
out of
able to get
that.
away.
It was a little misstep from Chicken God, just about getting into
Was a
tower
little
range,
bit.
taking that little turret hit that put him
But
over the
because of
edge.
this, he gets a phage. So this is a huge advantage now. But obviously, both being 6, it's pretty evened out. Chicken God has both summons coming up. Wu used the flash in that trade, so he won't be able to get away from a snowball anymore. Wu's exhaust is coming up, so as long as Chicken God lands his snowball, this will be an easy win for him.
Yeah, he can just all in at this point, can't he? I think he's probably waiting for his level 7. There's a lot of minions here as well.
Yeah,
He needs
he
to
is
clear.
waiting for this minion wave to clear so that he can get a clear chance for a snowball to land, and then he can go in. But this is turret damage going down.
A lot of turret damage as well. There's about 10 minions there, plus Wu hitting the turret.
But obviously, Darius Q. Oh, he lands the snowball. He's jumping in. He's gonna land the W. He's getting exhausted. Wu has no mana to trade back.
Oh no, he's out of mana. The ult comes out.
That was the easy kill from the Darius.
The big
There's
dunk
no way he
comes
was winning that.
in.
Wu had no mana left to use spells.
Yeah, and it shows how important
And
mana
that is the first
is.
game over.
Wow, what a upset there. Obviously Wu with the higher rank, he'd be the favorite to win this sort of matchup.
Yes.
But Chicken God just showing us again that ranks don't mean anything when it comes to
It
1v1.
literally doesn't mean anything. One's master, the other is plat. Like ranks don't mean anything in 1v1.
Exactly. Do you think
It's just all about skill.
Do you think that was a mainly a skilled based matchup where Chicken God just outplayed Wu there, or do you think it was to do with the champ selection where Darius just has that way to, once he's on top of Cassiopeia, he's just gonna win the trades?
I think it was difficult for the Cassiopeia, though there was loads of ways that Wu could have won that. Wu had a lot more ways to win that than Chicken God did. Because of the range, as long as he dodged the snowball, there was no way the Darius was going to get onto him.
Yeah, exactly. We saw how strong the trades were after Darius had to run back after his cooldowns came off, and the trade with
And also,
the range. But
there is the main thing which we were saying: the mana costs were pretty high,
yes,
especially on Cassiopeia. You know.
Yeah, those early game mana costs which you can't really sustain because you can't back is quite an issue. And showing there, he completely ran out of mana at that last trade, and the ult came in from Chicken God, and that was
With
it.
Cassiopeia, as long as you last hit a minion with your E, you will get your mana back. But if you E and you don't execute anything, you will not get that mana back, and you'll keep using it. So every time he wanted to trade with Chicken God, he was losing all that mana. He wasn't getting it back.
That is actually a very good point, actually. Yeah. So because he didn't keep his distance enough, and he couldn't get those minion losses because Chicken God was playing so aggressive, it meant that in the final trades he just ran out of mana and didn't have enough abilities to use that last fight. So it was an interesting matchup. I don't. Do you think we would probably stay clear of this sort of Cassiopeia type style of hero and maybe go for something more all in like he did in the last two games against Mist with the Blitzcrank and the Soraka?
These are very different picks. These are very different picks from the last game. I think it's because Chicken God doesn't want to go into the support 1v1 type of plays. But that is fair enough. Here's a 1v1. You're playing to win.
Exactly. This is for all the bragging rights.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I'm informed that the bans are exactly the same as the previous game. So Wukong, Shaco, Kha'Zix, and Teemo.
Interesting.
So there's not a change, but it seems like they do want to change a little bit of the champions.
Yeah, we'll see what they go for. I think the last pick is coming in now, so let's have a look. We have Yone played by Wu, and we have Chicken God playing the Set.
His set is extremely strong in trades, especially close combat trades, because his W can just absorb all the damage that he's done and then just deal it back.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously Yone is like a fairly new champion. Have you ever seen this matchup, Yone versus Set, before?
So
What?
Yone is good at going in and then returning out because his E, he can just E forward. He played against Yone against me in one of the qualifiers, and I
Okay.
ended up losing to his Yone. So he's definitely not bad at it, but obviously in this matchup, this is very heavily Set favored because he could just absorb all the damage and kill him.
Yeah,
Get
it'll
out
be
of here,
interesting.
Stefan.
It'll be interesting to see. Obviously, who Set has that big AOE ult that can control enemies. What do you think? Who do you think is going to come out on top once it hits level 6 when you have the ults coming out into
So
play?
once they hit level 6, I think the advantage is still with Set, so he can just slam dunk the Yone into his turret. If he wanted to get around him, if he took Flash and Snowball, then he could just flash behind the Yone, dunk him into his turret, and then snowball onto him in case Yone wants to try and escape anyway. There would be no way to escape.
Interesting. Um, so this is probably going to be quite even. Are you expecting Chicken God to pull out another upset and just take the second game as well, or do you think Wu's Yone could come back and win this one?
I think the Yone could win this one, but it would heavily rely upon dodging the damage from Set's W, so the return damage. As long as
Yeah,
he can dodge that damage, so if he ease in, does his damage, and ease out before Set can proc his W, then he will be winning all the trades.
yeah, exactly. So Seth's got that low range as well. Obviously, all his spells you have to be in a quite close range towards him, so I'd be able to pull him in, use the ult.
Exactly.
The only sort of range he has is that shield, but obviously that I think that's going to be key to abusing that shield time down from Set's W that
So
we can like capitalize on.
yeah. Also, the sustain in 1v1 sustain is crucial.
Yes,
So if a champion doesn't have any cost for abilities, such as Yone, Set, Mundo, Rengar, Mordekaiser, or Rumble, then
that's
they can
true.
just trade all they want.
That's true. He
So
doesn't have
there's
to
no
really
cost.
worry about that.
So
Whereas it's adding an extra thing for Wu to worry about on the Yone. Um,
Yone obviously he doesn't have his mana cost either. So like, actually, wait, he does. Never mind.
yeah, so
Yeah, so
those
that
those
is
health
an
runes,
advantage for Set. That's an advantage for Set.
those health runes are going to be very crucial
Yeah, exactly.
for Wu on that Yone.
I'm just gonna say this: there are some champions that are being left outside of this 1v1 that can insanely skew the whole battlefield.
Why is that?
And I'll let you know after this game.
Okay. So going into this,
Let's
we
just
have
go through this.
some different summoning spells coming in. So we have Snowball and Ignite from Chicken God, and we have
Yeah.
the Snowball Exhaust from Wu. Let's have a look at the items. What do we have here,
So
Jared?
yeah. So with the items, we both have Howling Abyss items. There's legendary items. Guardian's Hammer for the Yone with boots and 3 health potions, whereas Guardian's Blade for Chicken God, Longsword, and 2 health potions. So the Yone has more sustain. He has life steal and HP on his with his item,
Yeah,
whereas Chicken God has just gone for the more base damage and cooldown resistance.
a little BM coming out from both
Is
opponents here. But here we go. The minions are spawned now, and they are into getting those CSs.
so I am quite surprised that Chicken God didn't go with the flash, so he could have made a quick outplay. Um, the runes do scale well with Yone, so Yone can just land 3 auto attacks and then just jump out. That's what he wants to do. Whereas Chicken God wants to go for the extended trades. Wu
Or
will
Snowball
know
in from
not
Chicken
to
God. The
go
grab
for the
as
fight.
well.
He tries to E out and he's just landing all his things. And because he has to go back to his body, he knows exactly where he's going. Chicken God just stays back.
What a trade from Chicken God
Oh,
there.
that was
That was
that was
looking
a
very
very
scary.
risky trade. So it started off because Wu missed his initial trade, missed his second Q when he was jumping out. And they're just going back to farming. So they
Yeah,
both
it was
try and lifesteal this up. Obviously, Wu does have had more potions. He's going in for the trade. He ease in and then lands a bit of damage, ease out again. This is exactly what I was talking about. As long as he could keep doing that, he will win this 1v1.
yeah, but as we saw before, if Chicken God can close the gap and force him to use his E in a bad place, he can just come back to him and
Exactly.
it'll take a lot of
And
damage there.
as you can see there, so when Wu uses his third Q, he dashes a little bit as well. And his tornado, just as Yasuo does, it knocks the champion up. With his third Q, he can dodge the snowball. So he doesn't really need to actively try to dodge it. He just dodge it passively with his third Q. This is looking to be an interesting 1v1 though.
Yeah, so the outplay
So
potential is
landing the
all
auto
there.
attacks, landing the W, which also gives you a shield. This is going pretty well for Wu.
Yeah, Chicken God down to half HP now. He's got a couple turrets, got minions under his turret right now.
They are both level 6. Chicken God just going back for his health relic to make sure that he can't get one comboed by the Yone.
Yes, of course. He's one level down so far, but it looks like he's getting pretty aggressive here.
Wu ease so that he can get more damage down. 25% of the damage is dealt. But Wu misses his ult, he just goes in. Both of them are still trading. Ignite goes down.
Ignite!
And that is Burst Blood.
Oh, that looked very close and dicey from
extremely
Wu.
close. If Chicken God landed one more auto attack, then that would have been the kill.
Yeah, do you think it was a bit of a preemptive attack from Chicken God there? I felt like he kind of just went when there was a lot of minions pushing in as well.
He did kind of try and force that, but I think this isn't the worst case scenario.
Yeah, that's true. He is going to respawn with his items. He's got his Sage now, right? So
exactly.
That will help him in this long run. And Wu is kind of
Chicken God
low.
trying to run down Wu. Obviously, he will pick up the health relics both here and further back. So he will get to near full HP, but this obviously Chicken God has a decent item now. If he kills Wu now, then Wu will have the huge advantage in gold. Oh, Chicken God jumps in, both snowball each other, W from Wu, but obviously with the trade, Wu had E'd already. So he's basically just going to E out and deal more damage. As time goes on, he exhausts the Chicken God, Wu keeps queuing, Chicken God keeps autoing, and this is just insane. They're just auto-attacking each other, trying to kill each other.
Oh, he missed
Wu
the W!
dodges the W, and they're just autoing each other
Oh,
to death.
no!
And he just wins.
That's the game. Oh, I think if Chicken hit that W right there, he got that kill.
That W would have been a for sure execute. That would have been a kill instantly, but because he dodged that was the game.
Damn, it's all square now. Wu coming back with that Yone win.
That was a huge dodge from Wu. Like, that dodge was pretty insane.
Yeah, he was for sure dead there. I
like,
thought Chicken had that in the bag right
outside, there. Just outside of the
That little twinkle toe sidestep won him that little engagement. He got that it kept him alive. You saw how low he got right at the end there.
Yeah, like the first ult that Wu did, he just completely whiffed it, and he still won the trade. So it's
yeah.
pretty, it's pretty weird.
Wu's showing that he's got some backbone here. He's not gonna just let Chicken just run away with this grand final.
If Chicken God had just ulted Wu before he had used his E, that would have been a for sure trade win by the set. All right, so I'll just tell you my pocket pick now.
Okay.
All right. So one champion, a key champion that can easily dominate in these 1v1s.
Okay.
Is Ornn. And
that is because he can buy items, right?
Exactly. So he doesn't need to reset to buy items. Ooh. He can literally build full tank to start with, and as the game goes on, just keep on building more items, and then the advantage keeps racking up. There's
Exactly.
no way you can even play against that. There's no counterplay to it.
Yeah, if you let
You
it
just
go
have
on too
to
long, he's just gonna get items, and he's just gonna just beat you. I mean, the only way to
exactly.
counterplay to that is to shut him down early and actually get the kills. Otherwise, if it goes later on, you're just gonna lose the trades down to just
Yeah.
item picks. Um,
So
do you have the
Horn has
bans
a
ready?
huge benefit in his kit with that ability to be able to purchase. He has a knock up. He
Yeah,
has some poke from afar, and he has the added damage with his W and his auto attack.
all right, we're going into our picks here now.
His
We
R is also
have
really strong.
Chicken God on the Yasuo and Wu playing the Leona. Um,
Ooh.
Obviously Yasuo is like a typical mid laner, but Leona is not really a mid laner. She's a
Leona is
support.
not typical,
Um,
but obviously some tank picks do work. So Leona can be really strong because of the amount of kit she has in her stuns. And right now, full tank Leona can easily 1v1 at ADC.
that's true. Yeah, I mean
That is how ridiculous it is.
Leona will be pretty strong against Yasuo. I think, at least in the early stages, because supports tend to just be more tankier. So trading could be in Leona's favor. What do you think? Wu was thinking about coming into this matchup, picking a support champion. Do you think he's trying to?
So I
Do you
think
think he's
it's
got something
quite
up his
risky.
sleeve?
Maybe a little bit of BM is in there. I'm not sure.
Perhaps.
But I think Leona's not the worst support in the world. You could have picked like something like Lulu. That'd be a lot worse, right?
That's true. Yeah, actually.
So,
So how is Leona gonna output the damage to kill Yasuo? What was her kit like? Give
so
her?
to be honest, Leona just has to stand right next to Yasuo. As long as she does that, she can keep CCing him, and as long as the CC chain keeps going, she will win the trades.
Yeah, obviously,
But
like
because
if
it's Yasuo, he will have the added shield as long as he is stacked to 100.
true. So I guess Wu's game plan here is to just CC the heck out of Yasuo, get as much damage as you can with the trading, get the minions hitting him as well. What do you
Exactly.
think Chicken God's plan is here after seeing he's going up against a Leona?
So I think Chicken God is likely wanting to, trade a little bit, but never get too close to the Leona. So he can keep queuing the Leona from afar, but even then, she'll still be able to jump onto him. This will be pretty risky, I think.
So in terms
It
of
could work anyway. I think the Leona has the advantage with getting all the stuns down. It doesn't
yeah,
matter about her damage as long as she lands those. Every single one of those stuns is about 100 damage.
damn,
So
okay, it's
he'll
it's a lot of
eventually
nuke
be whittled
potential as
down.
well. Yeah. So trading should be in her favor, surely. We'll see
Uh,
what Chicken God can do. Do you have any Chicken God plays
Obviously,
Yasuo quite a bit, does he not?
is it every now and then, yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Obviously,
something he's comfortable
he has
on.
more experience. Yeah,
Maybe
he is quite comfortable.
Wu is thinking on the same lines. He wants to go for something he's comfortable on. Maybe as a support main, he's gone for a support champion, something that he's very used to try and get the next win here.
Exactly. So one thing I was expecting from the two death mechanic was if someone kills you first, the opponent can easily go under turret and execute. This would deny their opponent the experience and gold from that death.
Oh, that's true.
That would still
That's
it would still count as a death, but it would deny the. So, for example, if Woot died here or killed Yasuo, then
yeah.
he executed on turret. Yasuo would not get the XP from it.
That's very
So,
true. Yeah, it'll be a good
and
way
then
to
that would
reset.
basically be a full reset themselves, and then they can get enough items to be able to definitely win the second trade. Like, it's not even a question.
That's true. I mean, obviously, there's a risk in that. If you are waiting a life to get the full reset, if you do maybe mess up with your trades or miss your skill
Yeah,
shots, it
definitely.
will be very punishing considering you've given a life away for nothing.
Yeah,
Um,
so the execution could set the person up for the second death, and if there's a bad misplay or trade, then you could just die as well. Let's just go through the items. So Yasuo's gone with the Guardian's Blade, same items last time. Not really sustain. There's not really any sustain on the Yasuo. He's gone for more cooldown reduction at AD, whereas Wu has again gone for the AD and lifesteal, so a bit more sustain from the Leona.
Yeah, as we've seen before, life sustain in 1v1s is very, very important. It's all about saving those health pots, and getting any lifesteal is very valuable.
So obviously already trading against each other, but the ignites just went down, the exhaust. But as we can see, the damage is exactly the same pretty much. Oh,
Oh, the
landing the
stun
stun
coming
on
from
Chicken
Wu.
God, the snowball, he jumps on, and that's dead by Yasuo. Yasuo is dead. So as I said, the stun, the Yasuo can't dash through that. He can't damage through his stun.
Yeah, true.
So
I
Wu can
think
just land his full rotation, auto attack, and that is the Yasuo dead.
yeah, a little misstep from Chicken God there. I think he was just trying to do a quick little dash through the minions and back again. But he gets punished because of that stun, and that's a lot of damage coming in. I think we're questioning the damage output, but that's a lot of
As I
damage
said,
coming in
each
from
of these stuns
Leona.
does about 100 damage.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
no matter what. So it's pretty risky to just keep on eing in. I think what Chicken God has to do is more of a keep queuing to stop him. To stop this Leona from doing anything to him.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the
Now,
Leona can easily jump onto him, but she wouldn't have that stun anymore.
that's true. Yeah.
And then Yasuo can just easily jump out. So I think this is pretty risky. So as you can see, that stun instantly got rid of the Yasuo shield.
Yeah, exactly, and that was very aggressive positioning from Chicken God as well. If you got stunned on the turret and the turret switched aggro to him, that could have been really bad.
Now that is one thing that can be used. The wind wall would stop the CC from the Leona, but if Leona keeps doing that and just dashing in, using that shield, using the runes, and using the ult now as well, and this is 100% a win trade by Wu. There's no way Chicken God can get out of this.
Chicken's on
There's
the
no
run.
mana on Wu, but Wu levels up and gets enough mana to be able to do damage. So he jumps back in.
Oh, the ult comes out.
The ult ignites, and
he has that surely. Oh no, he's HP.
Wait, he flashes in.
Oh no!
This is a bad trade. That was a huge misplay.
Oh no, Chicken, not like this.
Oh yeah, Chicken just flashed in under turret and died again.
And that's the game right there. I mean,
that is the game. I'm very surprised by that. That was a huge misplay and by Chicken God.
You got to feel for Chicken though.
I don't think he remembered the first death. Maybe.
Oh, maybe yeah. I think what he was thinking
he
there
flashed
is
in under turret. He was like, "I'm gonna get this for sure kill, and then kill him again once I've got more gold."
Yeah, I think after seeing we walking out of that engagement with like 1 HP with the ignite going and it wears off, it can be quite tilting as well, I think. So Chicken really wanted that kill, and you can see from that flash forward, and I think he missed his skill shot as well, which meant he had to go for the auto to get the kill. Which meant he had to spend a lot of time on that turret, and obviously the last turret hit comes in and takes him out, and it was costly in the end. So
the Leona is pretty strong. Chicken God does play Ornn, so I'm not sure if he will go for it or not, but it's to be seen. Chef, apparently you're a bit too loud. Game scene?
Turn myself down a bit.
Yeah, on the game scene though, you know?
Oh, okay,
right. So yeah, that was a pretty bad misplay from Chicken God. Yeah, obviously report Yasuo for inting, as he does in my solo queue games. You know, it's a bit annoying seeing it happen. It is unfortunate for Chicken, but now this does set Wu up a little bit. He's recently got his win, and
yeah, so
he's probably feeling it.
It's 2-1 to Wu now. Like it's just all in his ballpark now. He's got one last game to try and win to get that victory, but you can't count Chicken God out just yet. I mean, he has come back from things like this in the past, and he has always been the person to make the upsets happen. So we'll see what he can get done here.
He has made a few upsets. Like he won the first game on Darius pretty handily. I think one of them should go for the Ornn. This is a huge power pick, I think.
Maybe it's like one of those gentleman agreements to like, oh, let's not pick Ornn because you know that'll get unfair.
I'm not sure about that. They would have banned it if they did that.
Potentially. we'll see what they go for. I mean, there's lots of different strats you can pull out, little pocket picks you can pick up
Yeah.
in
So
these 1v1s.
let's talk a little bit about the turret win condition.
Yep.
So there's a few champions that could go for this turret win condition. The main ones being Tristana, who was played initially, but got countered by Wukong, but now there's no Wukong. It would be a lot better of a pick.
Yep.
And one person that you might not have thought of, Ziggs. Ziggs is
Oh,
really good
true.
at
Yeah.
poke. He can easily jump out with his bomb that you can place to like boost him out. With his little bombs that he places on the ground, he can stop people from running up to him. And he could place that bomb underneath the turret so that it just kills the turret. You can kill it from almost half HP. It's ridiculous.
That's true. We'll see what they go for. It seems like they're going for different picks. So we have Laui played by Wu, and we have Chicken God on the Kane now.
Ooh, this will rely a lot upon how many tentacles Chicken God can kill.
Yeah, I think Laui's quite strong in these 1v1s because the tentacles can do a lot of damage if they're not dealt with. Which means in a 1v1 situation where if you have to take time out to kill a tentacle, I mean it'll be hard to trade as effectively. So
Well,
it'll be interesting to see. Who do you think is stronger just in a 1v1 sort of sense? Because obviously Laui's like
so
a top laner, right?
Justin 1v1 is 100% Alawi. Alawi, as long as she has at least one or two tentacles down, she will always do more damage than Chicken God.
It's true.
But as long as Chicken God keeps killing these tentacles, Alawi will lose every single trade until 6. Once Alawi is 6, if Chicken God goes in for any type of trade, she can just ult, and these tentacles, they don't do a small amount of damage.
True, yeah. It'll be interesting to see how Chicken can deal with this. Do you think he has to just go all? He has to kill as many tentacles as he can and just go all in before more tentacles will spawn, or how do you think he's gonna play this one?
I think as long as Wu keeps creating peel for his tentacles, he will win these trades. So as Alawi, you just want to try and protect your tentacles. You just want to protect them. If the person does go for the tentacles, you want to just poke them as much as you can. So with um, Alawi, she can pull back the soul, let's say, of the Kane,
Yep.
and if she kills that Kane, that soul of Kane within the time, then it will go back to Kane, and at least 2 or 3 tentacles will spawn, and they will automatically proc onto the champion.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really much way to run away from them as well, because obviously we're only one lane here, and the lane's quite narrow as well. This could be a really good pocket pick coming in from Ruby to try and close out this best of 5 here. Obviously being 2-1 up. Um, yeah, I'm gonna be interested to see what Chicken can do here.
Yeah,
It
this could be
seems like
pretty
it's a
interesting.
bit of a mismatch, but then again, Chicken has been able to turn it around and just say, oh, you know what? It doesn't matter what the ranks
To
are.
be
It doesn't
honest,
matter what I'm playing. I'm gonna win this matchup.
I wonder what runes, or not runes, summoner spells that Alawi went with, because you wouldn't really want to have Snowball, because you want to stay around your tentacles. You don't really want to go in where your tentacles are not. Whereas
True.
Kane, he could easily jump in and then attempt to jump out.
All right, we're loading in now.
Uh,
What's your prediction for this? Do you think it's just gonna be a Lowy victory on Wu?
I think Chicken God does have a good chance because he can dodge Alawi ult with his own ult.
Right.
Ooh, this is questionable. Wu has gone with the snowball, which would take him out of range of his tentacles. Um, it's pretty risky, I think. Both of them buying exactly the same items as they did before in the previous matchups, except now Wu has gone with the longsword rather than cloth armor. Obviously,
Interesting.
more sustain from Wu, more damage from Chicken God.
Yeah, exactly. So this could be potentially the last game unless Chicken can pull it out of the bag and
Yeah.
take us to a game 5 here.
Definitely, there is potentials of it.
Knowing both these players, they're going to be quite aggressive early on. Chicken really getting aggressive in this bush, trying to see if Wu's going to come say hi. But I think Wu's just playing this one safe. He's sitting on his turret. He's going to play to his strengths here. And
Yes, definitely. He's just staying around his tentacles, waiting for them to spawn. Right now, they're not too far up, so this can be where Chicken God tries to go in a little bit.
yeah, it's true. So I don't think there's many paths for him to go over, right? As Kane to travel like across terrain.
There isn't much, but the thing with Kane is once you go into a wall, you start healing.
Oh, that could
So
actually
you
be
gain a little
huge.
bit of health back. Obviously, it's not the most. Chicken God is going in for these trades, but he's not killing the tentacles, which is a pretty big problem because if those tentacles remain there, he's going in, he ignites, he flashes,
Oh, the health rune too, and he gets
and
the
he just
kill!
kills him. He gets the kill.
And he's healing up through the wall. Oh, it seems
Just
like the
flashes
tentacles.
snowballs onto him.
Tentacles, you just seem to dodge all the attacks
So,
and just all
He
in
did.
them there.
So the thing that set this off was Chicken God. He initially landed the snowball. He dodged the tentacle hits
Yeah.
from the Alawi, and he just kept on going in. He just kept on auto attacking, whereas Wu was trying to focus on his damaging abilities.
Good play from Chicken God, getting that first kill now, and
That
that's
was a very good play.
set him up.
But
Oh,
now
turret shot?
Chicken God is taking some turret shots for no reason.
You
I'm
think
not
he-
sure why he's not killing these tentacles.
Maybe he's out of range of them. Do you think he's just sticking to
No,
the
no,
middle?
he's not in range. He can easily get hit by them.
Maybe I don't know.
Okay,
what
I
he's
think
thinking
he's trying to do is what he did before. He's just trying to dodge the tentacles using his own Q because it's a little bit of a dash. But this is risky business because as soon as Alawi has her ult, the tentacles hit a lot faster than they normally do.
here. Yeah, that's true. Actually, I think it's maybe he
Which
realizes
I
that
don't think he's taking that into account.
that's true.
He's just waiting.
Maybe he thinks that if he goes and tries to hit the tentacles, he's just gonna get hit by Wu and he won't be able to do anything there. Because Wu's playing quite aggressive, kind of defending his tentacles as well here.
He is, yeah.
But he's kind of far away from them now.
Oh,
as,
Wu
minions on the
lands the
turret.
snowball on Chicken God. I think it's just for a little bit of damage. It does about 50 damage. But that's about it. Chicken God jumps in. Wu lands the extra auto attack on him. Lands the tentacle onto him.
So I think in Chicken God's head now, he's probably thinking, I'm going to try and do as much damage as I can right now.
Yeah,
'Cause I've
before I
got another
die.
life
And
in the
then I
bank,
can
yeah.
reset and buy. He's just trying to
Exactly.
farm his gold as well. To just try and get as much gold as he can.
Any damage here is like a bonus for the last engagement.
Exactly.
Oh, he is getting
Ooh,
very low
he's
though.
getting quite low. So this could be a problem because if a wave stacks up against Chicken God, Wu can just go for the turret.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, he's getting quite a bit of
While
damage on it right now.
Because as the game goes on, death times will just get longer.
That's true, yeah. Oh, that was a good play from
Oh,
putting
that
both
was a
heals
really
there.
good heal.
Wow.
Really
Little
good heal.
dash.
So he heals through the wall as well using his passive.
Yeah, man, now he's got a lot of these
And he jumps in. I'm not sure. He ignites. Chicken got exhausted. He ults.
Ulted as well.
Oh, they're both trading each other. They're going in. Oh, Wu just about gets the kill.
I think that's completely
Okay,
fine from Chicken God's
but
perspective.
that is absolutely fine because Wu, he can't do anything. He can't execute. He has to stay there. He just has to try and get as
Oh, the
much
turret,
damage
though.
down on this turret
The
as
turret,
possible.
he might. Do you think he's gonna
There
get
is
this?
7 seconds left until Chicken God respawns. He will
gets
get this
this.
turret. If he gets this turret, he wins.
Oh my
I
god.
don't think Chicken God calculated this.
No, he didn't. He didn't realize the turret took that was just.
And this
this
turret is
much damage,
dying.
And he's got
And
the
he's won.
turret.
Who has won? He just killed the turret.
Oh no. I
Chicken God
think
did not calculate this go in.
no, he had
He
to get
waited
that
a
kill
bit
there.
too long. He waited a bit too long to go in. The death timers get a lot longer as you go.
And that is it. Wu is
That
our
is it, yeah.
champion. Winning
Who
that
is the
with the
1v1
turret,
champion of TakeOver?
the
Let's go.
first turret win we've seen in this tournament. And it comes out in the last game of the final. Oh my goodness.
That was some amazing play, I think. Both of the semi-finals and the finals were close. I
Yep.
think this is a good start-off point for NESA, I think.
Yeah, you got to give it to them. I mean, Chicken did try his best there. He did he did make some really good plays actually, coming into that. Obviously he just missed out on that last final kill there, which made him die, and then obviously we were just taking the turret win after that long respawn came in after they were
Yeah.
about level 8 9. It wasn't enough time for him to come back to lane. So fair play. Congratulations to
Yeah, fair
Wu
play.
winning
So
the
this is
first.
definitely the first representative for NESA as a winner.
Yes,
A
exactly.
winner of a NESA tournament. The first winner.
We'll see if we can
So
arrange an interview with him soon. But at the moment, this is what that was a very impressive performance, I would have to say, from
it was,
Wu.
yeah.
He also went for some unconventional picks
It
too.
was extremely close. That final fight at
Yes,
the end
yes.
was extremely close. I just think Chicken will just need to get a little bit more damage down and wait a little bit less. Maybe
Yep.
even take the death and then come back with better items.
Yeah, I think he waited a bit too long there. He probably, if he died earlier, he might have been able to, reset and then pull that one back out with a better trade. But fair play to
Exactly.
Wu with the turret win.
Yeah, I don't think he thought about allowing being able to kill the turret that quickly. The auto attacks did hurt the turret though, so
Yeah, the thing is, we didn't even think about that either. We were like, oh no, this is fine for Chicken. He can just respawn, come back, win the next
yeah,
trade.
but death
But
time was so long, I guess. Yeah,
the amount of time it took for him to respawn and the amount of damage the turret was doing was crazy. So big win coming in from Wu there.
yeah. So are
Um,
we getting an interview now
I
from
think we
a winner?
are just waiting for
Okay,
Wu there. Okay, we're gonna
hello,
pass on
congratulations.
to Jessica, and she was gonna
Yeah,
interview our champion.
Hi, Tom Tom.
Hello.
Well done.
Oh,
Very
thank you,
close
Jess.
games.
Yeah.
Um, I know that you are a two-time Neil winner, but now that you're starting your NESA career with another dub, how do you feel?
Well, I feel pretty proud of what I've accomplished in this tournament. The players I played against were very difficult, but in the end, we all knew that I was going to win.
So does that mean coming into the tournament you expected to win?
Oh yeah, definitely, not a doubt.
Fair enough. So obviously both finalists came through losers brackets, but did you manage to um, meet any good other contenders today?
Well, yesterday I played against Lodge, and he managed to defeat me as Tristana, which is very well played to him.
Yeah.
But today, yeah, I mean, I've enjoyed all the games I've played, and they all played pretty well.
Both you and your opponent played a variety of champions all throughout today. Was there a reason for this, or did you just want to show off your champion pool?
I think we came to a mutual agreement that we would play champions that we would feel comfortable on, and ones that
Mm-hmm.
we felt like would provide a good show to watch.
It was really good for us to watch. Very exciting and close, so very nerve-wracking. What do you think you owe your victory? Was it your playstyle? It was quite aggressive, or maybe your tactical strategy, especially with that last turret kill?
Um, I think that being a two-time null winter split winner definitely played to my advantage. I could definitely sense that the other players were trembling at the fact that I was a null winter split winner. So I guess they got a bit nervous.
I would definitely be nervous in your presence. But thank you very much. And finally, Tom Tom, is there anything you want to say to any of your fans at home?
I would like to say hashtag bleed green to University of Exeter students. I would like to say hi to my boyfriends Croft and Ethan. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you,
Thank
Jess.
you. Thank you, Tom Tom.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Jess, for that little interview.
Amazing interview.
Yeah, and here we have our winners. So we have our winner Wu, our champion for Takeover, and we have our runner-up Chicken Girls. I have to applaud
That's an
both.
amazing picture that you pulled up from there.
That was the picture he requested. So gotta give him
Right,
justice
okay.
there. I want to say a big congratulations to all our top 4 finishers here playing the semis-finals.
Yeah,
Mist and Lodge
everyone
also
played well.
as well. In the semis here.
Thank you all for the fair play, not flaming or anything. Appreciate that. Except from the end, the interview at the end. Yeah, there was a bit of flame there.
Yeah, it was very, very confident statements coming out from Wu.
Obviously, it's an acceptable amount. He came from null, winning that. So obviously, he's aiming to
mean-
win NESA as well. So
I think as long as you walk the walk, you can talk the talk. So I think
yeah,
that's absolutely
fair
fine.
yeah, just
We'll
like
s-
Conor McGregor.
We'll see in the future if in any other tournament if someone can take down this 3-time winner now.
Yeah.
But
For anyone that would like to join NESA, be sure to check down below. We have a few panels to join our Discord. Follow us on Twitter. Subscribe to us on YouTube, and also follow us on Twitch. That is the main thing. We want to get some Twitch viewership so that we can run more tournaments that are more higher end.
Exactly. On behalf of the whole of NESA, I want to say thank you guys for watching, and thanks to everyone who participated in this tournament. It's been a pleasure casting this with Jared. Do you have anything else to say, Jared?
Not much, dude. Thanks for casting with me, dude.
No problem, man. Okay.
Alright,
So we'll wrap this one up. We'll see you guys in the next one.